11:15, everybody. Let's get down to this forecast. We'll talk about some river levels with the water. We'll talk about our Memorial Day outlook, and we've got just about something for everybody going forward. We've had this overcast for the most part. I mean, there have been a couple dimmed rays of sun working through from time to time, but also patches of mist and drizzle coming into Grand Rapids. So turning the pavement just a slight bit damp in spots, and that trend can continue for a few hours, but also I think that the many dry hours this afternoon, just a lot of clouds around today versus what we had the last couple. This is hydrograph number 1, which takes into account the Tittabawassee River at Midland, and you'll notice that the stage of the water has started to come down. We had Brody Carter out there this morning, and he was noting that some of the areas that were inundated and underwater yesterday were not this morning, but also others that still were. So it depends on where you are at in Midland. Some areas still getting the high water levels, others getting improvement. And this is the forecast line, this purple line with the little square boxes on it. That's the forecast from the National Weather Service. It actually officially is projected to go below the flood stage here at 24 feet. It appears at some point later tonight, probably around midnight. So that's some good news, and actually a little bit ahead of schedule. So that's something that we can all be grateful for. We've got the crest of the Comstock Park, the Grand River at Comstock Park, I should say. And though we are just beyond the crest at this point, it's basically at the crest still. So if you live around that area and you've seen some sort of minor flooding, I would imagine that's probably on the lines of what it's been. We haven't had any reports of tremendous flooding. You'll probably continue to experience that. It looks like for the next, I would say, 12 to 24 hours, and then some improvement over the weekend. However, we do have some showers and maybe some thunderstorms to track later tomorrow night and into Sunday, so that remains to be seen how it'll affect these river levels as we go forward. Temperatures have been held down with this overcast in place, and nowhere within West Michigan are we getting the sunshine like we did in some spots yesterday at the noon hour. So we're all holding down in the lower half of the 60s, and only to rise probably realistically, say 69, maybe 70 degrees before today is up. I think a lot of clouds go through the afternoon into the early evening. Notice the winds very, very light. So it's just a stagnant atmosphere outdoors. I had a 71-degree high this morning, and maybe a little bit high at this point, but close enough. Tomorrow we do rise into the upper 70s. Better sunshine works into near 80 on Sunday, and then Monday and Tuesday really got a chance to get warm around here. Middle 80s, 84 may be undone, but we'll keep it there for the time being and study those model runs as they come in this afternoon. Even beyond that, it's above normal, right around 80 to the lower 80s for Wednesday and Thursday. One weather system is getting out of here. This is the one that caused all the problems this past week. We got another one, though, we're watching over Kansas and pretty wrapped up. Nice little circulation to it, a vigorous upper level disturbance. That'll be arriving later tomorrow evening, but a majority of Saturday will be on the dry side. You can see, clouds and a little bit of drizzle. The radar detecting little spits of mist and drizzle, a little light shower around the region, especially Grand Rapids and southward, but nothing too significant, just kind of a nuisance. You see all the white and gray colors on the map, signifying this overcast that is going to be reluctant to give way for today. Once we get overnight tonight, we'll get some weakness in the clouds and then more of a partly sunny sky as we get into Saturday. Here's the model at 8 a.m. Go out towards midday in the afternoon, and obviously you can notice that if the model is correct, we'll have some sunshine. I do think we will, but this little cluster of showers and thunderstorms does come in later tomorrow afternoon and evening. More like, I would say, 8, 9 o'clock and beyond into the overnight, and that could provide for some gusty winds, kind of showing a little bit of a strengthening trend, that system. Within the past 24 hours, I have noticed. So we'll watch that closely. Behind that, it's dry for the majority of Sunday and dry for the majority of Monday, just increasingly humid. Just a slight chance of a shower through Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures in the mid-80s. Heat indices with this humidity, Nicole, going to be near 90 degrees, I think, into midweek.